Even though animation is so much a part of our lives, it's still magical and full of mystery and a whole lot of confusion. So let's do some animation myth busting.
Myth number 1. Computers do all the work.
It's not true. It isn't true.
That's true. I've heard that.
I wouldn't, I mean...
Ooh.
You need people, you need to do the work. It's just like if you go to McDonald's and you have that application where it's a screen in McDonald's and you just press the order. Who's gonna make the food? The machines? No, the humans.
I think that AI is going to be a big factor in the driving of the software, animation software as it goes forward. But you'll never be able to create art without the people that feel the emotions, that can communicate those emotions. Animation is communicating emotions to an audience.
Computers are very useful tools, and they've enabled animators to do way more than they could in the past because of how much they can process. But they're not artists, and they can't make creative choices. We need artists for that. We need artists who can think and act. So I don't see computers removing animators. Computers help us, but they're really more like very complicated pencils.
Myth number 2. You have to be good at drawing.
Yes and no.
No, you don't.
Yes.
Yes, damn it.
Drawing is really important for 3D animation. I think it's really something that's gonna help you understand posing and strong poses, strong characters, strong silhouettes. So drawing is definitely a yes. However, big but. I suck at drawing and I'm an okay animator. So you don't have to be able to draw. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you from becoming an animator. It's definitely a good idea, but it's not essential. I know a lot of really, really great animators that can't draw.
So there are lots of different parts to animation and they're different roles. And you would need to be able to draw to do a lot of those jobs. But it's not essential in all of them. And in certain technical tasks, you don't need to be able to draw at all. And I know some 3D animators who are brilliant, but they can't draw well at all.
Myth number 3. Animation only happens in Hollywood.
For a long time, California has really been one of the most prominent producers of animation, but we've been starting to see over recent years that it's spread out a lot, and we're seeing places all over the world starting to produce quality work that's being recognized internationally. Some of our productions have won Best in World awards from international juries, and Stickman, for instance, won the Christelle for the best animated TV production, and so did Revolting Rhymes, which we did. And it just shows that there is quality being recognized from around the world.
Myth number 4. Animation is not a viable career.
Animation is an art form, and for those who are passionate and talented and committed, it is an extremely viable career. There's a lot of facets to being in animation. There's gaming, AR, VR. There's a lot of new stuff being invented every day. There's something new coming. So it's a skill that can be transferred onto lots of different things. It's essentially visual communication on a computer, and that is a growing demand for that. And there's a lot of open positions worldwide for animators. Often we can't find enough people to fulfill the jobs that we have on our productions, and we have to get people from overseas to do it, sometimes remotely, but we've worked with people in Egypt, in Los Angeles and in Germany, and they work remotely because there aren't people here who can actually do what they can do. So there is a global skills shortage, and for those who manage to break through, there's a global market.
Myth number 5. Working in animation is harder for women.
It's really not a myth. It really is true.
So our industry, it is male dominated, but that's not any reason to stop pursuing what you love.
I honestly don't have that feeling of if I was a guy,
it would have been even 10% easier for me.
I don't think it has been more difficult. I've been very hardworking, and I think I've been very focused on my career, so I think gender-wise doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm competitive, but I think it's been equal for me.
When I look at global stats, we can clearly see that about 60% of students who are studying in creative industry or at a varsity abroad or in this country are female. When I look at those stats, are those women actually working in this industry? Less than 20% of women are working in the creative industry they studied for. Why is that? There really is a global problem. How do we change that? It's about being intentional, about companies like Triggerfish, where 60% of staff are female. It's about companies being intentional about transforming, and it's about being positive as a student or someone, as an artist in this space, putting yourself forward and not holding back, being bold and courageous, and owning a space and saying, I have talent, this is my place, I can bring value to this project or to this company.
I think if they really push in what they believe in and they're really passionate in what they do, then they can get anywhere and overcome anything.
In fact, it's more reason to bring more variety into our industry. We need more of you. We need more black females to represent who we are in our industry.
If you're a woman and you want to animate, yeah, try it out. I mean, it's a really good time to animate, and women are naturally good at animation. So really, I think you'll flourish, and I think you just have to step out and do it. But there's so many inspiring women, and it's so inspiring. I think it's such a great time. It's like, woman explosion, beam.